Good evening, everyone. This is BremSter, and tonight I'm coming to you with another 99% sneaky puzzle. The puzzle isn't 99% sneaky, though it probably is, because this is a puzzle that's been created by 99% sneaky. And you've heard all of these puns before, because I've done a lot of puzzles by 99% sneaky. This one is called Slight Shifts. And I have to be very careful when saying that one. So yes, Slight Shifts by 99% Sneaky. And this one looks fascinating to me. I have no idea what I'm in for. The testing said go for it, and it was a 99% sneaky puzzle, so I was absolutely going to do that. There was one 99% sneaky puzzle that I didn't complete, and I don't think ever made it to the channel, and I'm not sure why, because often if I don't complete a puzzle, I will go back and I will check the logic and everything. I'm not sure if it was one where I did it and I went and asked for help, and there were a lot of people saying there's a couple of different issues. I don't remember, but maybe it was just that I'd already done one, and it was like I picked I'd already done one recently, and it was at a time when I was mixing setters up a little bit more than I am. Maybe that's a problem, I don't know, but I'm doing the puzzles that I'm sent. And it was a case of I did two and one didn't finish, and I did the other one and I just left it and it fell off the bottom of the queue. Maybe I should go revisit some of the puzzles that fell off the bottom of the queue like a year or a year and a half ago, and see what they're, because puzzles don't age, like they don't get older. So, maybe that's a thing I should do. But let's have a look at Slight Shifts by 99% Sneaky, because there's going to be some stuff going on in this grid, and I don't know what it is yet. So, normal irregular Sudoku rules apply. So we have to place 1 to 9 in every row, in every column, and in every region where the regions are delineated by the thick black borders. So that is a region, and that is a region, and you can see the thicker black borders. So this is a region. So the regions are like, the reason I think this is called Slight Shifts, because the regions are almost normal, but not quite. So a lot of irregular puzzles you will see, like they'll have a region that looks like that or something. Is that right? Yes. This doesn't have that. They're just a little bit off, and that's cool. Anyway, we've got Killer. So digits in cages must sum to the number in the top left corner of the cage, and digits may not repeat within cages, though I don't think they could in this puzzle anyway, because they're all in the same regions. And then we've got Quadruples. So digits on a quadruple circle must be placed at least once in the cells touching that circle. So there will be a 4 and a 6 in here. There will be a 7 in here. That's what we know. I'm going to restart the puzzle, and then I'm going to keep going until I know where all the digits go. Let's give this a shot. So, the most obvious thing to me on this puzzle, looking at the quadruples clues and seeing nothing jump out at me, is the irregular regions. And one of the things I can say, and I'm going to start at the bottom because it's where my eyes were drawn, is those two are the same digit. And there's a couple of reasons I can call that out. And I'm going to show it to you. I'm calling this out again. One of the things, I'm not here to solve the puzzle as fast as possible and go, oh my God, look how quick I am. I'm here to explain why the thing I'm explaining is true. And there's two different ways of explaining this. One is a more classical or traditional way of showing you why those two cells have to be the same. And one of them is more... is a faster but more modern way of explaining it. And I'm going to show you both. So feel free to skip over some of this if you can immediately see it, but I'm still going to show both. So the thing I'm going to say is this cell here, let's mark it as yellow. And we now ask, where does this yellow cell go in this region? Now, it can't go into any of those cells. I'm going to mark them in gray. So we know it's got to go into one of those cells marked in green. I'm now going to ask where it goes in this region. Well, we know it can't go in any of those cells because those cells are all seen. So in this region, it has to go into one of those cells. Now, here what we've got is we've got two regions that must contain that yellow cell somewhere down here in green. But if you look, this is now is two regions containing that digit twice in 2 rows, which means if I was to put yellow here, in this region yellow would have to go down here, and in this region yellow would have to go down here, and I've put that digit twice in row 9, which doesn't work. So I can't put yellow into any of those cells without breaking the pattern down here, and I can't put yellow into any of those cells because it's seen by yellow directly, so that has to be yellow. So that's the traditional way of explaining it, the way that people have explained what's called the law of leftovers in Irregular for a very long time. There is a faster way of doing it as well, and I'm going to start with fresh colouring and do that now, which is, we know that these rows are 3 sets of the digits 1 to 9. We know that we will put 1 to 9 in each of those rows once each. So you're going to get 3 1s, 3 2s, 3 3s, 3 4s, blah, 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 all the way through. We also know that that region, and that region is also going to contain 3 sets of the digits 1 to 9 once each. So 3 1s, 3 2s, 3 3s, blah, blah, blah. Now, any digit that is in both regions, if we remove it from both of those sets of 1 to 9, say it was a 1, I don't know what it is, but say it's a 1, it's irrelevant what it is, but whichever digit it is, if we remove that 1 from the sets, then we've got 2 1s and then 3 of the other digits. So, but they're still the same because we've removed the same digit from both yellow and blue. So if we remove that digit, then the sets are still identical. And the same is true for all of the digits that appear in both sets, which means that when you remove all of the duplicates, those 2 digits are the equivalent sets and therefore must be the same digit. That is 2 ways of explaining something that most people who solve this puzzle, I've spent, 3 minutes explaining that? Nearly 4. And most people are just going to say, oh, they're the same. So when you look at my solve time, keep in mind that I'm taking the time to explain fundamental principles here. But those 2 digits there, I'm going to change the blue to yellow, those 2 digits are the same. And the same, using exactly the same principle, is going to be true of those 2 digits. The same is going to be true of those 2 digits, and the same is going to be true of those 2 digits. It's exactly the same principle, but those must all be the same digits. What does that do for me? Well, it means for this one quadruple, this can't be the 1 because I can't put 1 into a 13 cage. But I don't think that's what I'm supposed to be seeing here. I mean, this may not have helped me at all, but I'm assuming it does. I mean, what can this be? What can that be? Because in a 13 cage, I can put anything from 4 upwards. So that's not really helping. There's a trick I've missed. Well, they can't be 5 or 9. Because if these are the same digit, so if this was 5, this would be 5, and I couldn't put 5 on this quadruple. So this is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, but it can't be 5 or 9. There's an 8 in here still. So if this is 4, this is 9. If this is 6, this is 7. If this is 7, this is 6. And if this is 8, this is 5. Because, as I said, if this was 5 and this was 5, I've broken this quadruple. And if this is 9 and this is 9, I've broken that quadruple. I could probably do that elsewhere. Like in here, I can't put 5 because if I put 5 in both of those, I've broken that quadruple. And I can't put 6 into here. I can't put 5 into there. So this is a little bit limited as well. It's 1, 2, 3. So it's 1, 7, 2, 6, or 3, 5. So this is 1, 7, 2, 6, or 3, 5. But these can't be 5. Which means, oh, crikey. It means that is 1, 7, 2, 6, or 3, 5. And this could be 5 because then I could put 5 in one of those 2. Hang on, how do I put 7 around in this? Because if I put 7 in this, Where do I put 7 around that quadruple? Oh, that's glorious. These cells see all of that 2-7 quadruple sees that entire thing. I missed that completely. That geometry is stunning. So, yeah, this is effectively in the same box because that cell sees all of them and those cells are all in the same region. So this 2-7, all of that 2-7 clue sees all of that. So it can't be 7, so it can't be 1, and it can't be 2, and it can't be 6. And this is 3 and 5. And it can't be, it has to be 3, 5 in that order. Because if I put 5 here, I put 5 here, and I can't put 5 around that quadruple. Oh Lord, that is good. This is a 3, so this is a 3. Now that is going to carry over. This sees all of that 5-9 quadruple because that cell sees that and that in the same row and those in the same region. And that's the same. It sees both of those in the same row and both of those in the same region. So this can't be 9, this can't be 4, this can't be 5, this can't be 8, and this is a 6-7. So this is a 6-7. This 12 sees all of this 3-8. That cell sees these in the column and these in the region. That sees these in the column and these in the region. So what can this 12 be? Well, it can't be 3-9 or 4-8. So this is 5-7. And the 5-7 looks down, making this 6 and this 6 and this 7. Mwah. Holy cow, that's good. So this is 5 or 7. And this 7 means that these are the 5 and this is the 7, which means 7 is in one of those 3 by Sudoku. So this 13, it can be 9-4, it can't be 8-5, it can't be 7-6. And then I start rolling up the digits and I hit 6, 7, 5, 8, 4, 9. So this is 4-9. What is these cells? Well, this 7, it can't be 3-4 anymore. So it's 1-6 or 2-5. But I can't put a 6 in there. Because if I put a 6 in either of these cells, if that's a 6, I can't put a 6 around this quadruple. If that's a 6, I can't put a 6 around this quadruple. Because once this 3 is in place, 6 is in here. So there's no 6 in here. This is 2-5. So this is 2-5. And the 5 makes that 2, which makes that 5 and that 2. Wow. That puts 7 in one of these. And I'm done with the colouring. I am completely done with the colouring now. That's magical. Still got to solve the puzzle, though. This cell, it can't be a 1 because I can't put a 1 in a 12 cage. The other digit would be 11. 2, 3. Could be, it can't be 4. It can't be 5, 6, 7. And it can't be 9. That's an 8. So that's a 4. So 4 can't be there or in any of those. 4 is in one of those 3. Oh, man. 3 and 8 are in here now. Actually, I'm not sure where I'm supposed to be looking. This 8 cage, actually, can't be 1, 7. Could be 2, 6. Can't be 3, 5. And 4, 4 isn't possible. So this is 2, 6. So what's this? It could be 1, 9. It can't be 2, 8. It can't be 3, 7. It can't be 4, 6. This is 1, 9. I have to put 4 and 6 in there. Well, there's no 4 there, so 4 is in here. So now in this region, 4 isn't there or there or there. So 4 is down here. So 4, actually 4 could still be here if that's a 4. So I'm not sure that that's locked 4 into those two. Is it this 9? Could be 1, 8, can't be 2, 7, can't be 3, 6, can be 4, 5. This is 1, 8, and I know the order. This is the 1, this is the 8. I know what these digits are now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 9. which isn't helping much. But this is glorious. Absolutely stunningly glorious. There is an 8 in one of those two, which puts an 8 in one of those two. 5 is in one of these two, because this 5 is knocking 5 out of those two cells of the quadruple, but I don't want to mark across boxes yet. Is it this 10? It could be 1, 9. It can't be 2, 8. It can't be 3, 7. It could be 4, 6. So it's either 1, 9 or 4, 6. And I've resolved all the cages. So I'm now just down to Sudoku and... where is 5 in this central box? That 5 sees those cells. That 5 sees those cells. And I can't put 5... That 5 sees there. And that can't be a 5 because of the 10 cage. That's a 5. Which I've already got 5. 5 isn't here. 5 isn't here. 5 is in one of those two. Six isn't here. So 6 is in one of those two. And 6 is up here. So 6 isn't there. That's a 6. So now 4 is in one of those two. Which doesn't stop 4 from being there. But 6 is now in one of those. Actually, let's look at this triple. Because this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is 1, 2, 3. This can't be a 3 is all I know, because there's a 3 in the region. There's another trick I'm missing. I'm sure there's another trick I'm missing. There'll be something remarkably and diabolically clever. Where is 8 in this row? It can't be there because of the 8 looking down. So 8 is in one of those two. Where is the 7 on this quadruple? That's got a 6 in it, and that 7 knocks out both of those. That's the 7. So there's no 7 there. That 7 knocks 7 out of that cell. So 7 in this quadruple is in one of those two. So 7 is not there. 7 is not there. 7 is in one of those three. Not exactly the buzzer I was buzzing for. I have to put a 9 in one of those. And that's all within the same region. So I'm happy to mark that. 9 is not in those. So 9 is up here somewhere. But that's also not particularly... These are 2, 3, 4, and 9. Now that's not a 2. That could be anything, and that could be anything. Wow. What? What's to bet there's another quadruple trick exactly like the one I just used at the beginning? But I'm not seeing it. Like if this is 9, 1, that's a 9. Oh, and that doesn't work. Right. There is a 9 in one of those, and there's a 9 in one of those. There's my quadruple trick. It's not even as complex as I thought. There must be a 9 in one of those, and there must be a 9 in one of those. So I can't put 9 in any of the other cells in those rows, or I'm broken. So that is a 4, which means that is a 6. That takes 4 out of all of those. And that's going to repeat all over the place, isn't it? Possibly, but I haven't found it yet. Maybe. This 4 looks back making this the 9 and this the 4. In this region, 4 is now in there. What is this triple? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Well, there's no, the 8 can't be there because the 8's looking down. This can't be a 1. If this is a 1, where do I put 1 around that quadruple? Because this cell sees all of those 4 cells. It sees that in the column and those in the region. That is the 7. There you go. There's no 7 in any of those. That's going to repeat somewhere, isn't it? Like, yeah, that couldn't be a 4. Yeehaw! Still got to put a 5 in one of those. Actually, no, there's a 5 in one of those two. Because that 5 sees that and that 5... Oh, that 5 just sees both of those. There's a 5 in one of those two. Right. So where is 5 in this region? I can't put 5 here because then I couldn't put 5 on this quadruple. And 5 isn't in any of those. So 5 is in one of those two. So where is 5 in this region? Can't put it here because of that 5. Those two 5s look down putting it there. This is a 5-8 pair. Which means that can't be a 5. Because if that is a 5, both of those are 8. That is the 5. They're very swish. And these are 1, 2, and 3. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. These are 1, 2, and 3. And if that was a 1, again, I couldn't put a 1 around that quadruple. That is not a 1. There is a 1 in one of those two. Nice work. Have I solved it yet? No. No, I haven't. Not even close. 9 is in one of these two. Right. Where is the 9 around this quadruple? Since I got this 9, the 9 is in one of those two, so that is not a 9. That is a 3, which means that is a 2, and there is no 2 there. This is a 1-3 pair, and this quadruple is now satisfied. I mean, it kind of always was. But 3 is now here and in here. So I can't put 3 in any of those. Because 3 has to be in one of those with the 8. Not sure. Not sure what that's doing for me. This 3 takes 3 out of each of those. Wow, this isn't a 7. I can tell you that for nothing, I suppose. 7 is in one of these two by Sudoku. This is a 2-7. No, it's not a 2-7 pair. There's a 2 in the region already. Don't be daft. Do I know what those are? No. Not that I can see. Other people may know what they are. I do not know what they are. See this 1-9 pair? It means that I can't put 9 into either of those cells. So where does the 9 go around this quadruple? It goes right there, which means something. This is now a quad, but yeah, I used this 2-6 here to put the 6 here, but I didn't use the 1-9 to put the, and I could have eliminated the 1 from there with the same thing. I am daft. Daft, I say. 6 in this region is in one of those. I mean, true, but is it one of these? I can't put 2 in any of those. I can't put 2 in either of those. So 2 is either there or there. What is this row? 2, 4, 7, and 8. Well, I can't put 7 in either of those. I can't put 4 in either of those. Can't put 2 in either of those because of that. And I couldn't put 7 in either of those because 7 can't be in these. Why did I get that? Oh, because of the 7 quadruple. So this is a 7-8 pair. No, 7-8 pair. So there's no 8 in here. This is a 2-4 pair. And this 2 makes that the 4 and that the 2, which looks up making that the 6 and that the 2. The 6 looks up making that the 9. I sound a bit up myself about all of this, don't I? I shouldn't. This 6 looks up making that 7 and that 6. The 6 makes there's displaced a 7, meaning that is a 7. Shouldn't be so cocky. I'm not doing that well at this puzzle. But I'm having a ball with it. This is good fun. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 3, and 8 go into those. This is not the 8. So 8 is in one of those two. Okay. These quads are stunningly beautiful. Absolutely stunningly beautiful. Oh, this 7-8 pair has made this the 1, which makes this the 8, which looks up saying that is not the 8, so this is the 8. Oh, this 9 looks down making this the 1, which makes this the 9. The 1 looks up making this the 3, which makes this the 1. So this 6 looks up making that the 4 and that the 6, and this column is in desperate need of a 7. This region is missing 1 and 6. Then this 1 makes this the 6 and this the 1. This column is missing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 4 and 7. Well, this can't be a 7 because of that 7. So this is the 4, this is the 7. And this region is missing 1, 2, 3 and 8. And while there is probably a way of disambiguating that using this stuff, I'm not seeing it just yet. So this 1, of course, makes this 2, which takes 2 out of there. This is a 1-3 pair. This region is in desperate need of a 5 and a 9. I could have used the row to make that pair, but this quadruple desperately seeks 9. So there's 9 and there's 5. Which means that is not the 5, so this is the 5, because of the 5s looking into this region. Yeah, great, got a 5. This is now a triple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 2, 3, and 8. So that's not a 4. It's not a 3 or an 8. That is a 2. And the reason it's not a 3 or an 8, if anyone is wondering, is that those digits right there. So this is a 3 or an 8. This is a 3 or an 8. No. Okay, triple in row 2. 3, 5, and 9. Well, there's no 3 there because of the 3 in the region. There's no 5 there. So this is a 3-9 pair, which makes that the 5, which means this is not the 5. But the 3-9 also makes that the 2, which makes that the 9. This is now a 4 to complete the region, and this is 1 and 9 to complete that region. This is still not giving up. 9 looks up making this 3 and this 9. With the pencil mark checker, I think I would be a lot faster at this, but I'd enjoy the puzzle a lot less. And you know what? I will go for fun over speed every day of the week. Except the 5th Thursday of the month. Okay. I hate 5th Thursdays. This 7 is looking down, making that 8 and that 7. So this becomes the 3 and this becomes the 8. And I can take the 8 out of there. 3 is now in one of those two, which means this is the 8 and this is the 3. This 9, of course, has taken 9 out of both of those. This is actually a pair in the column, which is a 1, 2. And I'll use that 2 to make it 1 and 2. This is now 4 and 8. And I'll use that 8 to make that the 4 and that the 8. I'm getting close to single regions now. This row needs a 4. I've broken the puzzle. I've made a boo-boo. I made a boo-boo somewhere. This was 4 and 8. and I put in 4 and then I typed a 7, not an 8. That was the boo-boo I made. I made a typo and it was very recently, so I can keep going. This is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 4 and 9, but I can't put 4 there because of that 4. So this is the 9, this is the 4, and I can take out the 4 pencil mark. These are 1, 3, and 6. Because this 6 looks like it's in the region, but it's not. These are 1, 3, and 6. That 6, of course, takes it out of there. This 6 takes 6 out of there, so this is the 6. This 9 makes this the 1, which makes this the 9. The 1 looks down, making this the 3, and this the 1. The 1 looks up, making this the 3, and this the 1. And that is the correct solution to slight shifts. Shifts by 99% sneaky. Yeah. So what is it? 221 solves in the last 40 days. Now, I'm recording this at the time this puzzle comes out. I'm away on holidays. So I'm recording this about 10 days in advance at the moment. Let's see if we can get this over 1,000, shall we? So yeah, let's see if we can get this over 1,000. One day I'd like to get a puzzle over 2,000. That would be cool. But we will see how it goes. I don't get that many views on I get that many views, but I don't get that many solves through my channel. I am not cracking the cryptic. Kind of wouldn't want to be. The pressures on them, I imagine, is huge. So that was a lot of fun. Thank you, 99% Sneaky. No space in this name, and I'm not going to change the setter name on a puzzle to change it to be consistent with the others, because then all those registered solves wouldn't work. Don't know why the difference, why there's a space in there or not on some puzzles and not on others. No idea. But yeah, thank you for the puzzle. Absolutely stunning. I loved that break-in. That is absolutely beautiful. Being able to just off-shift those regions to make it that those quadruple clues work in that way was absolutely stunning. And a little counterintuitive, but absolutely beautiful. I loved this puzzle. I love quadruples puzzles. One of the first packs I ever did was a pack called March of the Quads, and I'm still incredibly happy with the puzzles that we got into that pack. And it's one of the Skunkwork packs available for free. If you look for I think there's a link below to the free Skunkwork packs. And yeah, just this, if this had been in that pack, we would have been incredibly happy. Phenomenal puzzle. Thank you everyone for watching. Hope you're enjoying the content on the channel. And as always, good luck with your solving.